What's going on, CSR Racing 2 community? This is MrXsee coming at you with a crew hangout video, and this is going to walk you through your status as an admin. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump on into the crew hangout. So on the right hand side of your screen where you have the little gold helmet with the little leaves on there, that's going to be your crew hangout button. So once you click on that, by default, it's going to always load up to you with the crew championship. Now when it loads up the crew championship, it always has the milestones that show up first. So you scroll through that list there. Any milestones that you have not claimed, you go ahead and click on claim. Excuse me. If they have been claimed, they change from a clickable button into the word claimed with an ED, all the way up to milestone 1 at 20 million. If you click over on the next tab over, you're going to see leaderboard. In this particular case, leaderboard shows up. My crew is ranked 1,964 in the world, which is Midnight Kings, at sitting at 10,842,437 points. And then you can see 5 crews behind you, and then you can see 5 crews ahead of you. And then after that 5th crew ahead of you, then you get to see the top 10 in the world. So right now we'll own your ass a $$. A lettering that I'm not familiar with. I believe it's Chinese lettering. Dreamville, Furia 300, Masters Battle, Deutschland, Coincidence, I believe they're a hacker crew, Rev Italia Kings, Elite Outlaws, and Slipstream. Those are our current top 3. Now, if you want to get off the screen, you can click down in the bottom left hand corner where it says Crew Championship, or you can click the back button. Right to the very right of it is your wildcard button. Now, when you're on your wildcard screen, at the very top, it identifies you have how many tokens available and identifies the colors of the tokens. The colors alternate in colors between teal green color, this purple color, and I forgot what the third color is, but there are 3 different colors of them. So it shows you what color the tokens are currently, and it shows you how many you have out of 1,000. Now the first one is going to be your 30% wild card, which is going to be for 3 hours, how long it runs, and that's going to be the Jerry card. The second one, when you first fill this up at the beginning of the season, it costs you 250 tokens. The next one is going to be your 70% wild card, which lasts a total of 2 hours, and that's your Jen card. I believe that's her name. And then that's going to last you 2 hours, and it costs 500 tokens to fill up. And the very last one is going to be your 150% wild card that lasts 1 hour, and that's going to be your Beto card, and it's 750 tokens to fill up the very first time. Now when you're on this screen, there's a slider that you slide in order to fill up your tokens, and then you can donate that many. So if you have 30 tokens in your connection here, you can put 10 inside your 3 hour, 10 inside your 2 hour, and 10 inside of your 1 hour, and you can donate that amount to each one of those, or you can put them all in any numbering that you want. You can donate them in batches of 1 all the way up to the full amount that you have, or the full amount of what's available. So if this wild card for Jerry was at 250 and it currently was at 236 and I had 50 tokens, when I slide on over, it's only going to allow me to put in 14 tokens because it only requires 14 to be filled up. Now one thing that happens here is when you're in the screen, by default, when you click deactivate, it pops up a message, activate the wildcard. Are you sure you want to activate the Jerry wildcard? You can click confirm and it's activated. Same thing here with the Jess card, not Jen, Jess. Same thing, when you click on it, it asks, are you sure you want to activate it? So there's a 2-step process to activating wildcards. So pay attention and don't accidentally activate wildcards, because many crews will actually kick you out if you accidentally fire off that wildcard. Now, right next to that is going to be the perks. Now, each one of these perks identifies with different point benefits and things like that you're able to get. So in this particular case, you have a crew rank. Once you get up to a number of crew, you're able to get more crew members as you increase. So by default, you start off your crew, you only have 10 members available to it. Once you reach the threshold, then you get to get 5, and you go from 5 more to another 5 more to another 5 more to the final 5 more. So you go from 10 to 15 to 20 to 25 to a full 30-member crew. Next up is career earnings. So as a crew, you get an RP bonus increase with boost for being part of the crew for increase for a certain amount of earnings that you earn per as a crew. So in this particular one, everybody earns $5 million. You completed that, and now you're good to go. Number of races completed, 10,000. You get an increase with that for their prize winnings. Freshness, you have to drive so many races as a crew in order to complete the freshness RP boost. And the last one was the fit fusion parts. Improve your chance of getting rare fusion parts when stripping. So increasing this, these are all crew related things. So one individual member will not be able to achieve all of these in a timely manner. But as you get your crew larger and everybody participates, then you'll be able to achieve these. And once you achieve these, you'll reach a rank of 25 and everybody looks the same at that point. Next up after the perks, is the crew stats. So as you can see here in the crew stats, it gets refreshed from time to time. I'm sitting at number 1. I'm an admin, so when you look on the left hand side, it says role. I have the little, in essence, like wings next to my name. And then I have the helmet, then I have the name MrXsee, rank 532, how many tokens I've donated, and then the amount of RP that I currently have. That's your view there. If you're looking for what it looks like for a leader, you scroll down to where my compadre, Mad Max, he has the helm. He has a star inside of there with the wings. He's currently ranked 435. He's donated 0 tokens, and he currently has 332,706 RP. Now, one thing to note here is next to our names on the very left-hand side, we all have 2 in yellow, and that 2 in yellow signifies that we have Elite License 2. This racer here has the 1 in blue, these 2, and that signifies that they have Elite License 1. So this is one of the few places that you can actually see the Elite License status for a racer. Now the last thing you want to take a look at, also in here you can search for members from the member stat screen. So we're going to look for XSee, and as you can see, 2 of us shows up with XSee in our name. That's me and one of my compadres. Now the last item on the right here is going to be manage. So when you click on manage, you get invite, request, members, and leave. So if you click on the leave tab, I'll start with that first. You get 27 out of 30 members in the bottom right. You get your crew name in the center. You get your name on the left and your current rank status. So if I was just a regular member, I would just have the little the bottom wings like a sergeant or a private in the military. If I actually had a picture on my profile, then it would show the picture there, but instead it shows a helmet. It shows me what my current tokens is. I have 285. It shows you what the crew perks are. So in this case, a 25% RP bonus, 20 plus 20 members, and 5% on earnings. It shows me currently what the crew garage value is. I believe that's actually not accurate, but it says 580,710,000, but it also has a negative, and then earnings with a negative 554 million. Now, right next to that is going to be members. It's going to be viewing the members again. So you can scroll up and down the member list. It's the same member as the crew stats. Then on the invite, if you wanted to invite somebody like Jazzy Swap, you can type in their name and be able to find them. So as you can see there, there's a bunch of Jazzies, different rankings, different amount of earnings and things like that. And if you want to invite them to your crew, you just simply invite. Now, one thing I wanted to show you guys for people who have crazy fonts and things like that in their name, to send them invites or to even look them up, you simply click on, let's find somebody with the colors. So there we go. So we're going to hit reply on their name, and then for Apple, you do a select all, you hit a cut. Oops. It's one of the problems with dealing with this screen. This particular screen is an example. The Facebook is right there where the little pop-out window is. So you click on search, you can paste in that name. I like to always get rid of the @ symbol, even though the game ignores it. Get rid of empty spaces, and I hit find. Now I'm able to find them. Now, because they have a regular spelling in their name, I can actually type that name out and be able to find them as well. But for people who have weird font, you cannot find them by typing them in the name. Did I type it in right? Let's see. Let's do a delete, paste. I had Tia. So Skepta. Bad example, bad example. S-K-P-T-A. There we go, Skepta. So just by doing that, you're able to type in the names and able to find the different people. And just like that. But for people who have the different fonts, they have different colors, you're not able to find them very easily. So what you have to do is, so like that's Aspiration, he has regular font in there. Alright, so everybody in my global now has regular names and fonts, but I'll show you a different name that you're going to be able to find. Actually, no, I can't. My name got changed. So that's how you can do it. So you click the reply, you paste it on in there, then you're able to find that individual user. Now, what it looks like when you get the request as an admin, I get to see player requests. Excuse me. So just like that, I can actually see that Miguel Juarez requested to join my crew. So with me being an admin, I click accept or reject on his name. I was in a live stream with him, so I told him I was going to go ahead and accept him. So now he's in a part of the crew. But back on the request, one of the cool updates that they made in there, everybody's crew now looks different. It used to be everybody's crew was based off of their ranking, so everybody looks the same. Now you can actually see the active RP that each crew has in the invite that they send to you. So say for example, like Thunderstorm sent me an invite, and I see that this was sent by Loopy Dinosaur 5447 2 days, 3 hours ago. I see that their crew is currently 1 member out of 10. The current RP that the crew has is 1,520, and they're currently at rank 1. Looking at Aurora, this was sent by Mark Kroom Hollingsworth 1 day, 3 hours ago. His crew currently has 2 members in it, and the crew current RP is going to be 32,477 with a crew rank of 1. Looking at Aspiration, he sent me a request with his name. I believe it's Teach Me. It's the crew name. Excuse me. He currently has 15 out of 15 members. The crew currently has 269,524, and because they have 15 members available to them, they're currently at rank 2. The prior crew ranks were rank 1 because they only had 10. They've only achieved the first level of basically starting their crew. Aspirations crew now has to be able to reach rank 2 because they're able to step up to getting to the 15 members. Nickel Clan from Zeke Nickel, 21 hours 30 minutes ago, he sent me an invite. He currently has 2 members in his crew with 5,861 and crew rank 1. Now these next 3 crews, V-Bombers Valorous sent me an invite. His crew is currently 28 out of 30 with a RP currently of 12,321,474, but because there are currently 30 members available, they're currently ranked 5. Same thing with V-Bombers, and then with the biggest show, got a request from Wicked. 30 of 30 members with 19,003,769 and currently ranked 5, and that was sent 18 hours ago. And then Active Stream, James Swaps Fast, 18 hours 5 minutes ago, he sent me a request, and his crew currently has 15,857,465, and they're currently 30 of 30. Now, if I want to join these crews, I will go ahead and hit the join button, and I would immediately leave my crew and join the other crew. Or if I reject them, I'll reject one of the ones at the top real quick. Poof, it disappears. I no longer have that as a request. Now when I go back in there, Thunderstorms is no longer there. So instead of having 7 requests, I have 6. Do the same thing with Aurora. Hit the reject. Click back on over there. Instead of 7, now I have 6. I think I rejected Aurora. Same thing with members. Same thing with leave. So now one of the added features that they added into the crew, over each one of the cars they have a little banner that currently shows the person's name, and it also shows you the RP of that member. And that's new. That came in one of the recent updates. It's actually pretty cool. Same thing happens with everybody in the top 5. It shows you their name. It shows you what car it is that they have. Now, one thing I'm really big on is I always tell all my crew members, put license plates on your cars, especially if you're in the garage. Because I like to look at the license plates and see a little bit of their personality in there. You can put whatever you want on your license plates. Happy, sad, angry, mad. You can name your different cars, different things. Totally up to you, but I like to see all my racers with license plates on their cars. And that's just it. Now the last thing here in the garage to take a look at is going to be if you hit the info button on the racer, it gives you stats. So it gives you the racer's names, gives you the manufacturer of the car and the model, in this case, the Bugatti Chiron CSR 2 Red Edition. It gives you the career earnings and it tells you what their current role is. In this particular case, this racer, which is me, is an admin. And if we go over here and look at this racer here, their current career earnings is $28 million. They're currently in a McLaren 570VX and they're just as a member. All right, so with that being said, I want to go ahead and tell you guys, have yourself a great day. This is MrXsee signing off. Until then, have a great one.